How old were you when you started drinking?
About 13.
Why did you start drinking?
At first, it was to fit in with everybody else. Everybody else was drinking.
And what kind of effect did it have on your family?
At first, there wasn't really much of an effect. As my drinking progressed, I wasn't as close to my family, and they started to distance me away. I started to become a danger to myself and others. So it scared them a lot.
And what kind of effect did it have on your friendships?
A lot of the people who I had been friends with for several years started to be scared of me, and so they kind of dwindled away. I started hanging out with people who weren't really friends. A lot of people ended up turning their back on me because they couldn't help me.
Did any of your friends pass away because of the things you were doing?
Yes, we had 3 friends that passed away about 8 years ago in a drinking and driving accident.
What kind of friends were you making going to parties and with this whole new crowd?
They were not necessarily friends. Now that I sit back and think about it, acquaintances that did the same things that I did. We only wanted to hang out with each other if the other had something to offer us. Not necessarily good people. Very selfish and self-centered people.
Were you ever put in a life-threatening situation yourself?
Yes, I was in a few dangerous situations. Just the people that I was hanging out with, driving under the influence.
What would your advice be to kids my age that are in situations where alcohol is involved?
If I had any advice to give to young teenagers, my advice would be to wait until your legal age.
Can you tell me why you are a professional in DUIs?
Okay. I am a field sobriety test instructor. I am a breath test operator. And I'm a drug recognition expert, or DWI expert. Less than 0.5% of all police officers ever achieve that accreditation.
How often do you pull over people for driving under the influence?
Not as much as I used to, but in my first year here, which I came here in 2013, from June of 2013 to June of 2014, it was 83 arrests for DWI.
You ever pulled over someone who's underage who's been drinking?
Absolutely.
How often is that?
It's approximately 20 to 1. So 20 adult arrests to 1 minor.
What are the dangers of drinking and driving?
Drinking and driving requires multitasking, divided attention, being alert, and alcohol can impair all of those. You don't have the capability to multitask. And that's why our tests are geared to what we call divided attention. So when we tell someone that we want you to stand with your foot elevated, look at your elevated foot, and count in the prescribed manner, 1001, 1002, 1003, and so on, until I tell you to stop. We're giving them multi things to do.
What are the dangers of underage drinking that you've seen?
Underage drinking. Well, one is the dangers is they have no limits whatsoever.
What would your advice be to teens who get into situations where drinking are involved?
Don't drive if you have been drinking, and don't get in a vehicle with someone that has been drinking as well.